Hey, what's up users? John here with Muse for You, here to help you build awesome websites without code. And in this video tutorial, I will be showcasing the new device loop effect widget. This widget showcases an animation of different devices morphing in sequence, and it allows you to enter whatever text you'd like in the different devices as the animation is playing. This widget is great to showcase that your particular app or website works on all devices, and with Adobe Muse becoming responsive, I feel this widget could be very useful to showcase that. So here it is. It's been playing, and we have the text works on tablet, works on mobile, and works on desktop. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to access this widget and show you how to use it. So let's begin. So to access this widget, you go to museforyoushop.com, and then you click on Shop Now. And you can get all the widgets and any new widgets that I come out with for only $39 a year by subscribing. And you can use PayPal or click here to subscribe. Or you could purchase the widget individually, and it's right here, the device loop effect widget. So I'll click on it. And you can purchase individually by clicking add to cart, or again, you can get all widgets for $39 a year. You get access to all the widgets in the Muse for You shop, and you get access to any new widgets that I come out with. Very good. So once you get the widget, you can download it and unzip it, and then simply double click on the .mulib file, and it will install into your Adobe Muse website. So now I'm going to open my Adobe Muse website here, and I'm going to go to my library panel. If you don't see your library panel, you can just go to Window, then click on Library, and I'll bring it back up. I'll click on my library panel here, and then I'm going to scroll down to the device loop effect widget, and I'm going to click, hold, and drag and place onto my Adobe Muse website. And right away we have the device loop effect, and I'll just center it there on my Adobe Muse website, and I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and it's as simple as that. It works beautifully, and everything is customizable in this widget. So I'll show you the widget options. So here we can change the device width and the device height. I would recommend keeping these two proportional, as it'll kind of keep the proportions of the desktop, the tablet, and mobile all in a good proportion to each other. So if you take off 60 pixels here, I would take off 60 pixels here. If you add 60 pixels, I would add 60 pixels here in the device height. So I'd just try to keep these proportional. And then the play speed, you can set how much space you want in between each of the devices morphing. For now, it's set to 5 seconds because it's in milliseconds, so 5,000 equals 5 seconds, and you can make it longer or shorter. Like if I make it 1 second, we'll have this like really fast playing animation like that, which, I mean, nobody can really read it, so it's probably not really recommended, but I would do, if you wanted it to play like really fast, you could do 3 seconds and it might still be readable. Yeah, it's still pretty readable. I find 5 seconds works pretty well, so I'm going to leave it back to 5 seconds. Very good. And we can change the font size. It's an EM. EM is a newer standard for font sizes and changing the sizes of different elements on your website. It works really well when zooming in on different devices. So here we're using EM. It might become the new standard, but it's not quite yet. And both pixels and EM still work really well. So, but in this one we're using EM, so I can change the font size to a bigger size. 16 pixels equals 1 EM, so you can just kind of play with it and see how big you want the font. So I'm going to say 1.8, and that makes the font bigger. And I'll say 2. There, we'll leave it at 2. We can change the font color, so I'll make it kind of like this bluish. Wait, no, because then we can't see the font. We'll make it orange here, so the font is orange. And here we can use any Typekit font simply by entering a Typekit font here, or we can use choose from over 700 Google fonts. You just erase the text in here, and then you have access to a lot of different fonts. That's a cool one called Eater. Kind of weird, but interesting. Here we have another one. So yeah, I'll just leave it on there, or let me just pick one more. We'll pick Oswald. All right, that looks cool. And here you can select the font weight. You can make it bolder or thinner. So there I set it to 900, the highest boldness, or we can make it thinner by setting the font weight to 100, and 400 is normal. And some fonts don't become thinner. A lot do become bolder though, so we can make it bolder, but I'll set it to 400 just to keep it the normal thickness there. Okay, so here is where we can select the different slide colors. So first it's the desktop, then it's the tablet, and then it's the mobile. So let's say I wanted to change the color of the desktop. So I would do like this, and then the tablet I would do like that. The slide 2 I would change it to a different color, and then the mobile device is slide 3, and I could change that as well to a different color. And then the device color, we can change it to any color. I'm going to change it to white, and then I'm going to make the background dark blue. So actually let me undo that so I can get that dark blue color here. So I'll go here and I'll just copy this hex code, and I'll change the device color to white. And then the home button color, we can change this to any color as well. So I'll set it to orange. And then here's where you can type in the desktop text, the tablet text, and the phone text. So I can say like Muse for you. I mean, you'd probably want to say works on desktop, works on tablet, and works on all devices, or you could do something like that. Yeah, Muse for you works on all devices. Okay, so now I'm going to go to, or I'm going to change the background color here, the fill color. So I'm going to click the drop down arrow here next to browser fill, and just paste in that hex code that I copied from earlier. And now we can see that the device is white there. So now I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and we can see it morphs. And oh, I know why. Yeah, I was wondering why we didn't see works on, and that's because the slide 2 color is the same as the font color, so we don't see that. So I'll just change slide 2 color to a different color, and let me change it to something different than the mobile device. So we'll change it there. All right, so now I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, Muse for you works on all devices. All right, very nice. And I actually like the way that green looks on the orange, so I'm going to change it all to that green so we can read that text nicely. Very good. So I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser. So Muse for you works on all devices, and the button and the font are the same color, so that's kind of a cool effect there. So very good. It's a really cool animation to showcase that your app or your website works on all devices. Like if you're designing a website for an app, this could be really cool, or just showcasing that your website is responsive and works on all devices. Very good. So I'll show you how to include a Typekit font. There are a lot of Typekit fonts, and let's say you wanted to use a Typekit font for this widget here, for the text inside this widget. You just create some text. So I'll create a text box here, and then I'll browse a web font. So I'm going to go to Add Web Fonts. I'll click Get Started, and I'm going to search for a Typekit font. I'm going to filter it once it finishes loading. Very good. So I'm going to filter it, or actually I like this font here, Blenny. We'll try that one, and let's try another one. And we'll do HWT, Republic Gothic Outline, and we'll have kind of a cool outline text. So I might use this one for this example, so we'll click OK. We just clicked on them to make sure the check mark was on them, and now it installed the 2 font families. So now I'll just type in some text. So I'll say some text, and I'll select that web font. So it's right here, HWT, Republic Gothic Outline, excuse me. And now what we'll do, and we can make this text white so we can see it. So what we'll do is we'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and I'll right click, Inspect Element, and then here we'll scroll down and we'll look at the styles options here, the style properties in our code inspector. And here, if we scroll down in our different styles, we see font family, and this is where we'll want to copy HWT, Republic Gothic Outline, comma, sans serif, semicolon. So I'm going to select that simply by holding down with my mouse and dragging across this text here, or this font family text, and I'll hit Command C to copy, and it'll be Control C if you're on Windows. So I've copied that text. Now I'll go back to my Adobe Muse website, and I'll go to my widget options, and here where it says font family, I'll just hit Command V to paste and hit enter, and it's Control V if you're on Windows. All right, very good. So now I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and we have that Typekit text in there. Perfect. So in our preview mode here, in the design mode, we can't see that it's the same text. But when we go to File, Preview Page in Browser, we get the same text that's here, which is that HWT Gothic outline text. Very good. And you'll want to make sure that this text stays in here because it's the only way that this widget knows that it's using this text. So as you're designing your website, you want to make sure that you're using the text that is going inside the widget, which will probably happen because as you're designing your website, you'll have the code in there, or excuse me, you'll have the text in there, and then you can use it for the widget. Or you could just put the text somewhere where somebody can't see it. But it's available there if you want to use a Typekit font, and I'll let you kind of play with it and see how you want to go about it when designing your website. Very good. So one last thing, let's say I want to make my fonts a little bit smoother because I really like smooth fonts. I'll go to my font smoother light here, my font smoother widget, and I'll use the light version, and I'll just place that in there. And then I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and there we go. We have a bit nicer font there. Perfect. All right, very good. And I'm just going to revert it back to a Google font so we can see that font there, kind of like the Google font there. So I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser, and there it is. And yeah, I'll delete this text here because we don't really need it right now. So I'll go to File, Preview Page in Browser. Perfect. Muse for You works on all devices. All right, so the initial text works on desktop, works on tablet, and works on mobile, but you can change the text, change the slide color, change the device color button, and the slide colors. You can have different colors for each of the devices. All right, very good. So that's it for this video tutorial. Again, I do this to help you build awesome websites without code. If you like this video tutorial, you can subscribe below. Also, in the section below this video is a show more button. You can click on that, and there's links to other resources. There's links to other widgets. There's links to the Muse for You subscription. And again, to gain access to this widget, you just go to museforYouShop.com, click Shop Now, and again, you can subscribe for $39 a year to get access to all the widgets in my shop. And any new widgets that I come out with, you'll get the updates as well to those widgets, and you can download them by subscribing to the yearly plan, $39 a year. Or you can simply go to the Device Loop Effect widget and purchase individually. Or again, here you can subscribe to the yearly plan for $39 a year. Very good. Again, thanks for watching. I do this to help you build awesome websites without code. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video tutorial.